Hello everybody. In the next few minutes we will be discussing minor triads. In a previous video I have discussed the chromatic scale, so you can figure out letter names of all the notes on the bass, and I also discussed building a minor scale using a whole step and half step formula. And so I'm going to review that really quick. And I'm going to use A as our starting note, as our tonic note, and then I'm going to build a minor scale from that A using the formula that we have discussed. So there's our tonic note, and the formula for the minor scale: whole step from the tonic note, then a half, whole, whole, half, whole step, and you finish off the scale with a whole step. Think of the descending order as well: root note, down a whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half, and whole. And it's great to play that scale by thinking of the formula, the combination of whole steps and half steps. Play in different areas of the bass just to get used to all the letter names of the bass, all the different places you can play that minor scale, different combinations of notes, and it's fun because then you can be as creative as you can be, and it's not just going up and down a scale, but you can kind of figure out all these different places and ways to play the A minor scale, and it will apply to all other keys as well. Okay, so when you pick out one pattern here, we are going to start with our root note, and we're going to build a minor triad. So from that root, we're going to pick 1, 3, and 5 from the scale. So the first note of the scale, the third note of the scale, and the fifth note. So first note is A, B is the second note, C is the third note, D is the fourth note, and then E is the fifth note. So we have our root note, which is our first note, C, which is our third, and E, which is the fifth. And that's how you build a minor triad, by use of the picking the notes of the minor scale. First, third, and fifth of the minor scale. And as I just said before, when you go around and figure out different places to play the minor scale on the bass, then you can pick, 1, 3, 5. Here's your next root: A, C, third, E, 5. A is another root. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. And then descending: 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. And so I'm just thinking A, C, E, and I'm just thinking of all the different places that I've learned to play A, C, and E by use of chromatic scale, by learning all the notes, and then also by just practicing the minor scale throughout the bass in different places. And then you can just pick first, third, and fifth from that scale. Another way to figure out a triad is by use of intervals, and I have discussed that in a previous video as well. And a basic triad is made up of 2 intervals. So a minor triad, for example, you have your root note, and then the third is a step and a half away, or you can think of 3 half steps. So you have A to C, which is a minor third or a step and a half. Then the next note of the minor triad is E. In our example, we're using A minor. And that note is a major third away from that second note of the triad. So for example, root note, ascend a minor third, and then you ascend a major third, which is 2 whole steps. So I'm not even thinking letter names, I'm thinking, okay, root note, traveling up a minor third, which is a step and a half, and then I'm going to ascend 2 whole steps to get to the next note of the triad. So even if you don't know the note name, you can figure out that triad by use of stacking those intervals. And then just kind of taking it to the next step is that once you get to the 5th of the triad, in this example it's E, the next root is going to be letter A, and that is a 4th away. So you have A, ascending a minor third to C, ascending major third to E, and then you ascend a 4th to get back to that root, and then the pattern just starts repeating. Up a minor third, major third, up a 4th. Up a minor third, up a major third, and then if I had it, you could go up a 4th. And then always think of the descending. Down a major third, down a minor third, down a 4th, down a major third, down a minor third, and there's your root. Then you go down a 4th, down a major third, and then down a minor third, back to your root. And then once you do that, and then figure out different ways you can play those. Different orders, boom. And so it's kind of what I was talking about earlier. You could have fun with it and be creative with it, and all at the same time just learn how to play minor triads on your bass, and then, you know, ultimately write really cool tunes or really cool bass lines that sound that you like, and you like the sound from your bass, and you feel good about creating. And so minor triads, they can go a long way, and you can start combining the notes and creating chords, and it's just figuring out different ways to play that root, the 3rd and the 5th together to create different sounds that you like, and then you just kind of go throughout the bass and figure out different places to play different triads, and then by doing that, you're learning the formula for the minor triad, you're learning the letter notes of the minor triad, you're learning the notes on the fretboard of the bass, and then you're also trying to create some new bass lines or some new exercises or something that's fun for you to do to learn how to play. So hopefully this helps out a little bit, and maybe get you thinking in a different way than you had before. So have fun with it, and until next time.